Do you really believe that Teofimo Lopez is trash?
No, not at all. Not at all. Teofimo is a good fighter. You know, he's very talented. He's very athletic. You know, he's always rose to the occasion in these big moments like this. But Shakur is just on a whole nother level. And this Saturday, he's going to prove it.
I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic ability. Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match him. That I think Teofimo has the speed, the legs, the quickness, and he's got pop too with it, where he could possibly, I know this sounds ridiculous, but he could possibly match, and maybe even he would have to outmatch him to win. He'd have to be that good, but maybe match Shakur boxing and pull off what would be an upset.
2 days ago, the fight between Stevenson and Lopez.
Great fight.
What fight? Who wins up? Lopez. So nice.
Stevenson.
You know, Stevenson. Because a lot of people are going to say that, but people are going to say Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've heard him at a party. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer. Slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is.
Boxing pros are giving their final predictions for Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez, calling it a highly interesting and competitive matchup. Experts believe Shakur's sharp defense and speed will test Teofimo's power and aggression.
I think it's going to be a very, very, very interesting fight with a lot of X factors, a lot of intangibles, a lot of stuff floating around mentally, everything. I think it could be an intriguing fight. I don't know if it'll be a good fight. I don't know if it'll be a scintillating fight. I don't know about that. But I do think it could be interesting.
Many expect a tactical battle that could go the distance and excite fans.
So this is a fight that people, because you got two different styles. You got an offensive, defensive.
Yeah.
In Lopez, and you got a defensive.
Yeah.
In Shakur.
Yeah.
So it's gonna see who's gonna win. Is there any way of beating? Because at the moment Shakur is gonna beat him up. No one really giving him that hard day. We've not really seen him in the deep end, but it's gonna be a good fight to see that can Lopez put him in the deep end. And I think he can, and I think he has the power and the technique to even beat him.
Former world champion Amir Khan has picked Teofimo Lopez to win, saying Teo has the skills and confidence to outbox Shakur Stevenson. Khan believes Lopez's speed, sharp combinations, and ring IQ could trouble Shakur.
Lopez.
So nice. Stevenson.
You know, Stevenson. Because a lot of people are going to say that, but people are going to say Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've heard him at a party. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer. Slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That I think that toughness is there with Shakur, and if it is there, which I believe it is, because I think it's a fantastic fight. It's one of them that we're all going to have an opinion on who's going to win, but none of us really know, because it's one of the best fights in boxing.
The best, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah,
you think about it. Look at Lopez. He's fought like some Lomachenko. He beat and put names on the way, man, and I look good against them as well. Maybe his last fight wasn't the best. He made it a little bit tough, harder than it looked, but he's always performed at the highest level.
Recently retired pound-for-pound boxer Terrence Crawford has picked Shakur Stevenson to win the big fight, saying Shakur is on a whole other level compared to many of the fighters Lopez has faced recently, and expects him to outclass Teofimo on fight night.
Do you think this will look aesthetically? Obviously, in the last fight, Shakur stood his ground a little bit more against William Cepeda. You don't expect him to do that against Teo, do you?
To be honest, I think he's going to do a little bit of everything. I think we're going to see the best Shakur Stevenson come Saturday. And I just feel like, it's going to be too much.
But Teofimo's done well against southpaws. Josh Saylor, Lomachenko. We got these southpaw here. You're a southpaw as well. Do you think Teofimo just has something that other fighters don't have against left-handers, or just think that Shakur's different level of a sniper of a southpaw?
Well, it's a little bit of both. You know, Teofimo has done real well against southpaws, but Shakur have done real well against orthodox fighters. Shakur is not the average southpaw that Teofimo has been fighting, you know, so that's why I say Shakur is levels above those fighters that he's been fighting lately.
And that's the reason he's a favorite coming into this fight.
He also advised him to be himself ahead of the big fight. Crawford said Shakur is on another level and encouraged him to treat the bout like another day in the office, reminding him there's no need to overthink because he knows what he's capable of.
You fought at the highest level of the sport, right? You just defeated Canelo Alvarez in front of 70,000 plus, and you've been a big mentor to Shakur Stevenson. I give you a lot of credit for that. What advice have you given him as he goes into the biggest fight of his career?
Oh man, just be yourself. You know, hey, this is another day in the office, another walk in the park. You know, there's no reason to put a lot of pressure on yourself because you know what you're capable of. With the self-belief in yourself, you can do whatever you want in there, and that's what he's going to do come Saturday.
Even though Shakur is a big favorite, legendary trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas believes Teofimo Lopez can beat him, but only if Teo is mentally locked in and ready for war. Atlas says Lopez's mindset has fluctuated in past fights, and if he brings full focus and confidence, he has the tools to challenge Shakur and even pull off an upset.
It starts for me with Teofimo. Where it starts is, where is he mentally? He's up and down. You know, his father, the whole thing, his father's been with him the whole career. Listen, love him, hate him. His father has been part of getting him to these world titles. He's been part of it. Whatever. He has been up and down mentally. Where's he going to be? If he's right, if he's stable, if he's in a good place, he seemed to be in a very good place when he fought Lomachenko. If he's in a good place, I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic ability.
Atlas claims Teo is the only fighter who can force Stevenson out of his comfort zone. He believes Lopez's athleticism and pressure might disrupt Shakur's usual range control and make this fight truly competitive.
Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match him and could actually turn the tables in a way where he could force Shakur out of his comfort zone to maybe do some things, say, he doesn't want to do, that he's not as comfortable doing.
Legendary former heavyweight champ Shannon Briggs says the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson fight could end in a draw, with each winning about 6 rounds. Briggs sees it as a tight technical battle where both fighters have skills but lack huge knockout power.
Shannon, what does Shakur have to do to win? What does Teo have to do to win?
It's going to be a real technical fight. I think both of them, not tremendous punches. So I'm looking at a 6-6, 6 rounds each, you know what I'm saying, or a close decision. It's a pick-up. They both got skills.
What are the rounds that Teofimo wins? What do those rounds look like? Like with his style against Shakur, how does he win the rounds against Shakur?
Staying busy and Shakur, keeping Shakur defensive. If Shakur shows up and he don't let his hands go, then Teo get an advantage. But if Shakur start fast and they both go round for round, that's why I'm saying it's a 6-6, because I think they're going to go round for round.
And you
what
think,
a great fight.
So for Shakur, he needs to kind of pick his spots, box. Is that kind of how you see Shakur winning rounds?
I think Shakur got to be busy, and the busiest man gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be like a back and forth. Counter man, he gonna counter, he gonna counter. So who could keep countering and who gonna get tired first?
This is a big one. I mean, this is like one of those where you don't know, right? Like the styles are gonna play out how they do.
It's a pick 'em. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna go back and forth until one of them say, "Yo, I gotta take it to over the mountain." You know what I'm saying?
British welterweight boxer Conor Benn, known for his aggressive style and big ambitions, says he wants Teofimo to beat Shakur because he believes Teo's skill, versatility, and proven track record make him a dangerous and exciting fighter.
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good.
Who are you favoring on Saturday night?
I hope Teo does it, but I think Shakur will win. But I hope Teo does it. And I think Teo can, if anyone can do it, it'd be Teo.
Why would it be Teo?
Because he's explosive, he's unorthodox, he's tricky, and he's a savage.
What do you think about Shakur talking about Teofimo's dad, that he was on drugs and that he was drunk? What do you think about all that?
He was just having a good time. Let the man live. let him live, bro.
In contrast, veteran boxer and analyst Gabriel Rosado is backing Shakur Stevenson to beat Teofimo Lopez in their high-stakes clash. Rosado explained that while both fighters are highly skilled and capable of winning, he believes Shakur's technical edge and ring IQ give him the advantage if Stevenson can shake Lopez's confidence early and dictates pace. Rosado noted that Teofimo is dangerous and unpredictable, and if Lopez gets comfortable and confident, the fight could become very close or even end in a draw. But his lean is towards Stevenson winning on points with smart boxing and precision. Rosado emphasized that this isn't a one-sided matchup. Both fighters possess elite skills, but if Stevenson executes his game plan and keeps Lopez guessing, he should come out on top.
I favor Shakur in this one. You know what I mean? I think Teo is a phenomenal fighter, great fighter. But Teo to me is more like he has those athletic skills that you don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes to him.
Yeah, I think Lopez goes well.
It comes to him naturally. Yeah. But I think that's what's going to nip him in the ass against Shakur. Right. Because Shakur is fundamentally sound.
Correct.
So when a guy that has this athletic ability and does things that are not fundamentally sound fights a guy that's seasoned like a Shakur, he's going to make you pay. And that's just how I see it. I think it's a great matchup, but I just favor.
Now Shakur is like Floyd in this way.
Yeah.
He's like Floyd in this way. Everyone's able to boxing IQ, the defense, whatever, and Shakur's a southpaw, but he makes fewer mistakes than the other guy.
Yes, he does.
Really, what Floyd did, he was like a football team that never turns the ball over. If you need to throw the if you need to throw the ball away, throw it away. Waste that down, right? But don't turn it over.
Former world champion Amir Khan has defended Stevenson against the criticism over his style and public perception while previewing the Teofimo Lopez fight. Khan acknowledges that some boxing fans and analysts question Stevenson's approach, particularly the way he controls distance and prioritizes defense, but he's urged critics to respect Shakur's skill set rather than dismiss it outright. Khan believes Stevenson's technical mastery and boxing IQ are legitimate strengths, even if they don't always translate into a fan-friendly brawl, and he's reminded people that elite boxing is as much about precision and ring craft as it is about big punches.
Now, with Shakur, he's going to have to perform. He knows that this is the mega fight that but I think Shakur seems a little bit more relaxed and calm. Like he's going to win this fight. It's going to be a walk in the park for him. But I know one thing about Lopez is that he always pulls off a...
You know what the great thing about this conversation is that we're just having now? One of us is going to be right, and that's like,
not going to put no bets on it. One of us is going to get...
What do you think about the criticism that Shakur gets? Like, people say that he's boring, he's not entertaining.
He's like an Andre Ward style. Andre Ward, class fighter, wasn't really that entertaining, but got the win. I mean, that's what boxing is all about. It's all about...
Mayweather had a slight, aura of that wrap around him as well. Like, not them for the boxing purists, like the purists of hardcore boxing, man, will look at it and appreciate these little movements and the genius stuff that they do in the ring.
Checking it,
maybe the sort of like more casual fan would look at and not appreciate.
Yeah.
I'm saying you've got to be a boxing. Yeah, you've got to be a hardcore boxing fan.
I used to love watching Andre Ward fight because he was so punch perfect. I watched his footwork, how he moved to the right, to the left. And I trained with him as well with Virgil. And I used to watch how he trained and how he fought, and I thought how he puts his hands down and uses it as a defense, and then pulls your hands down and catches you over the top, and them little things. Yeah, I look boring, but to a boxing fan and a ex-boxer or a boxer, you just go, wow, be like, wow. Yeah. So this is a fight that...
After retaining his IBF lightweight title with a tough majority decision win over Cuban Olympic gold medalist Andy Cruz, Raymond Muratalla made it clear he's aiming even higher next in his career. Muratalla said that he wants the winner of the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson fight, signaling that he's ready to step up and challenge one of boxing's top elite fighters once that massive showdown is settled. Muratalla's comments show his ambition to move beyond defenses and go after the most meaningful, high-profile bouts of it.
We're hearing Eddie's told us that it sounds like you're moving up to 140. Is that true? And is there anybody you want in that division?
I would like the winner of Teo and Shakur next week. I'd love the winner of that.
If Shakur is going to drop back down to 35, can you make that fight happen at 35? Does it have to happen at 40?
We'll make that happen too. Whoever wins, whatever weight they want to fight at, I'm there.
Would you be willing to go to New York City to watch that fight and call that either win next week?
I'm calling them out now. I'm going to go out there, I'm telling you right now.
What is that? Obviously you just got done winning this fight, but what do you think that fight would look like in the ring? You and Shakur if he's the one who wins, and I guess Teofimo too if he's the one that wins.
Yeah, I mean, both those fights are great fights. I think boxing would love that. And that's that. I think it'll be a tremendous fight. Either.
Teddy Atlas believes that Shakur Stevenson finally answered his critics with his performance against William Zepeda, showing more offensive engagement while still using elite boxing skills. Atlas pointed out that before that fight, many fans and pundits praised Stevenson's technical ability, but criticized him for being too defensive and not offering enough exciting exchanges. In the Zepeda fight, Stevenson mixed offense with defense more effectively, stepping in, throwing meaningful punches, and standing his ground instead of constantly moving away, which satisfied many of the concerns people had about his style. Atlas said that this blend of skillful boxing and willingness to engage pleased critics who wanted a more compelling performance, and it helped shift some perceptions about Stevenson's fighting style. That stronger showing is part of why many experts now see Stevenson as a more complete and convincing performer heading into his big fight with Teofimo Lopez.
He finally did what people wanted, this young, talented, brilliant talent, brilliant defensive fighter, brilliant guy at control and range, Olympic silver medalist, quick hands, technically solid. He finally satisfied the critics, and he mixed offense with the defense. He sat down, and instead of moving all the time and punching on the move or on the draw back off traps, you come in 5 inches, he goes back 7, and he counters the crap out of you. He stood his ground, and he punched, and he still got the better of it with the sweet science, being defensively responsible, but without having to be less entertaining. He was more entertaining. He satisfied people. He made people, they said, that's what we wanted in Shakur. And they got it. Now he's a big favorite, or a good favorite. You know the line's better than me. But he's a good favorite.
3-1, over 3-1 favorite, Shakur.
He's a big.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez bring distinctly different styles to the ring, making their matchup especially intriguing.
It's a very important fight in the sport of boxing. And what I mean is the best versus the best in their prime, something that needs to be normalized throughout the sport. Now, the matchup itself is a bit tricky. You have two guys with great boxing IQ, one super defensively responsible in Shakur Stevenson. The other, Teofimo, is also super defensively responsible, but they fight in very different ways. Teo's more loose, relaxed, a bit unorthodox. Shakur uses his eyes and his defense to offense very well, and both guys are able to control a fight. But I think there's a key difference here between what can happen and what will, in my opinion.
Stevenson is known for elite technical brilliance, exceptional distance control, and defensive mastery. He uses footwork, movement, feints, and precise counters to avoid damage and score consistently, often dictating the pace without needing heavy power. His approach is methodical and chess-like, fencing from the outside rather than engaging in wild exchanges.
You know what it is with Shakur? This is why it's so hard to pick against him. Fundamentally, he is almost flawless in terms of what he does with his eyes, how it relates to how he defends, how he controls you with the jab, and then how he does counter you, even if it is mostly point countering. Like, his knockout power isn't the best. We know this. We know he's had trouble with his hands, but he's moving up to 140 pounds. Maybe that size and, him putting on a bit more muscle or a bit more strength could potentially have an effect here at 140. I don't know that it will. I'm just saying it may. It's so hard to break that defense. That's what it is. It's hard to break.
By contrast, Lopez fights with explosive bursts, creativity, and athletic aggression, relying on power punches, especially his right hand, and sudden combination attacks to break opponents' rhythm. He thrives when he can close the distance and force tighter exchanges, shifting between offensive pressure and sharp counters. Lopez's style is less consistent in volume than Stevenson's, but his moments of high-impact offense can be essential during the fight.
Oh my God. There might not be a more explosive fighter. I don't want to say explosive puncher, but explosive fighter, fast twitch fighter at 140 pounds right now than Teofimo Lopez. That guy, this dude he has such a quick twitch ability, and being able to pair that with cardiovascular endurance is something you don't see a lot, but he is very, very tricky, very sneaky. You even see it there, some of the stuff where he's just slick, hands are down, but he's moving his head, bang, into the uppercut. Move his head, bang, back into the left hook. Teo is make you miss, make you pay, where Shakur will make you miss and sometimes make you pay, but the power, the speed, the reactivity of it, none of it is the same level of velocity as Teo brings to it.
Teofimo Lopez's father, Teo Sr., has been outspoken in the build-up to his son's clash with Shakur Stevenson, claiming that Shakur hasn't really fought any good fighters in his professional career. According to Teo Sr., Stevenson's resume lacks marquee names with true championship pedigree, and he's used that line to dismiss talk of this being a 50-50 fight, saying that calling it even is worse because in his view, Shakur hasn't proven himself against top-tier competition. Teo Sr. argues that his son's victories over respected opponents like Vasily Lomachenko and Josh Taylor make Teofimo the more tested and legitimate contender, and that Stevenson's past opponents simply don't compare. That's been part of the Lopez camp's strategy to frame the fight as a chance for Teofimo to prove he's the more battle-hardened and accomplished fighter.
The worst thing in this fight is a 50-50 fight. This is the worst. But it's not a 40-60 fight. Man, what the hell are they talking about? Who has Shakur fought? Name me one guy. Come on.
Well, all you can really say, Oscar Valdez.
Oscar Valdez?
And obviously...
Didn't he get knocked the fuck out by Shelton or something? Bad. Come on.
Teo's got a way better.
You don't have, listen, let me tell you something about boxing. Once you get knocked out or get knocked down like Devin Haney did, like Oscar Valdez did, the confidence levels never come back.
At the official weigh-in, Shakur Stevenson played mind games with Teofimo Lopez Sr., poking fun at his earlier comments and suggesting Lopez's camp was rattled. Stevenson confidently said he will beat Teofimo Lopez on fight night, insisting he's the better boxer and prepared to prove it in front of the world. He made it clear that he chose Lopez because he wants the challenge, not to avoid risk, and stressed that beating a fighter like Teo will solidify his legacy at 104.
Is now getting.
Y'all got one more day. Y'all got one more day. Oh, bro. Y'all people got kill my ass.
Look like we got to you. Look like we got to you. Look like we got to you. It looked like we got to you. It looked like we got to you, nigga. Okay?
You better give it to me. Miss weight. Ever. We have never ever missed weight.
You lost, though.
Yeah, I lost my ass. I lost my ass. Never lost. I wish all of y'all would have gone with my son with a was feeling that day.
Yo, you and your son is one of the time.
So that means that when your son lost, when your son loses, he lost both.
And he the acrobat.
Will Stevenson's sharp technical boxing and range control be too much for Teofimo's power and aggression? Or will Lopez shock the world with a big upset? Comment down below.